Welcome to this special presentation of The Fresh Elephant. By special, I mean I forgot the State of the Union was this week, or else the teasers in the last episode would have been more accurate. But we'll get back to Chris Rock and the Second Amendment later. Today we're talking about Chris Rock's daddy, because Chris Rock's daddy talked about us first.
The state of our union is stronger.
Funny you don't look dead.
The State of the Union address this time around sounded pretty much exactly like every other State of the Union address Barack Obama has ever delivered. I don't know if that's because of the content or because of his ridiculously predictable speech patterns.
None of this will be easy. It isn't easy. It won't be easy. But make no mistake. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. Now let me be clear. So we must be clear. And so I want to be very clear here.
Mix it up, dude. But there were a few new things. Or at least reiterations of old things. Like all the investments we should be making with our big piles of no money. And how people would much rather be able to not find a $9 per hour job than a $7.25 per hour job. And how the murder rate in Chicago is a testament to how effective anti-gun policies are. But where I got a little confused was when at first he was all,
The American people don't expect government to solve every problem.
and then he said,
Spending cuts, medical research, healthcare, energy, domestic violence, job training, raising tax rates, manufacturing mission in Afghanistan, climate change, infrastructure, our housing sector, American energy, reduce the deficit, discrimination in the workplace, globalization, Medicare, stronger border security, and housing, and education, the minimum wage, stronger families.
that is a laundry list. I can't think of any more problems the government could possibly attempt to solve. Except for maybe why I haven't received my tax refund yet.
Show me the money!
Priorities, Barack. But seriously, can we not inject the federal government into every facet of our lives? Why don't we narrow it down to a few necessities? Oh wait, the Constitution already did that. But I will give credit where credit is due. I agree with every word Obama said on immigration reform.
You gotta be kidding me.
Seriously. But that's pretty much where the common ground ended. Education? Nothing's gonna fix it but school choice. Research? Let's let the free market handle it. Healthcare? Don't shift the cost, reduce it. Preschool? How about parenting? Economic policies? Flat tax. Women's issues? I'm fine. Talking about compromise and bipartisanship is totally great and all. But the bottom line is, we can't collaboratively work toward a better America because our pictures of better are different. On a lot of issues, we're at an ideological impasse. We get angry with one another and try to place blame, but both parties are equally guilty of stubbornness. Actually, I wish the Republicans were more stubborn sometimes. Enter Marco Rubio.
I can be your hero, baby.
I was way ahead of the Rubio curve. I have had a republicrush on Marco Rubio since I saw him speak at CPAC in 2010. They need to make a Republican version of Teen Beat magazine. GOP Beat. And Marco Rubio would be on the cover every month. And Paul Ryan could come too. And the quizzes would be like, is he conservative enough for you? And the answer would always be no. I would subscribe to that so hard. I'm getting off track. There could be posters! The point is that I love Marco Rubio, but I will do my best to separate my inappropriate feelings from my commentary on his response. This commentary should be pretty easy because I've been told that the content doesn't actually matter at all. According to the news, the only part of the speech worth talking about is... Oh, I'm sorry, I seem to have mixed up two very similar clips. Let me try that again. That wasn't it either? Goodness. Wait a second, here's what actually happened. I apologize for those mix-ups, but I'm sure you can see where I got confused. But seriously, that was the most notable part of his address. People are calling it water bottle gate. Alright, it was awkward, but he got thirsty, whatever. If he hadn't taken a drink of water, everybody would be making fun of him for having dry mouth issues. You don't want that. Since the news isn't doing it, I'll take it upon myself to talk about the parts of Marco's speech that haven't garnered quite as much attention. Overall, awesome! Solid response. He relates to regular people better than any Republican I've ever seen.
I still live in the same working class neighborhood I grew up in. My neighbors aren't millionaires.
He loves old people.
I would never support any changes to Medicare that would hurt seniors like my mother.
I mean, look at her. She's old. You can't just take her stuff. She's too old.
And the fact that he also delivered his response in Espanol. This guy's great. If he can get his beverage habits under control, I think he's going to make a great candidate for president in 2016. Yeah, said it. Rand Paul, on the other hand. Look, Rand, I like you, but
I'd rather watch paint dry.
I think maybe you're good where you are. That's it for this special edition of The Fresh Elephant. Join us again next week while I talk about the stuff I said last week I was gonna talk about this week. I'm really good at this.
It's the end of